Hello everyone, my name is Wolfclock, and today I would like to show my findings to you all. So this is something I have just discovered in Portal 2 about the unused and removed hover turret. So if you didn't know, the hover turret NPC was a type of turret which would have shot a laser at Chell, which would have been dangling from the ceiling. Now, originally everyone had thought, myself included, that the hover turret simply used the Curiosity Core's model from Portal 1. However, I had just looked closer at the original screenshot that the hover turret is seen in, as well as messing around with the turret myself, and I'd realized that that is not the case. See, what actually is going on is that, and let me spawn them really quickly, it uses all four of the different textures. And I can prove that to you by picking it up right now. So as you can see, it has just changed from the Curiosity Core to the Anger Core. And if I put it on the ground, it is going to change the Morality Core while it tries to reorient itself. One more thing, if we give it a minute here, it's going to change into the Intelligence Core just for a second there. And if I turn no target back on, it should remain as such for a little while. Yep. So how did I find this? Let me chuck this into this other model recreation here. This is just the map that I chose because it's big and open and full of dev textures and easy to look at. If I chuck it in here, it's going to go into a rage state for a minute. It's going to start shuffling around to try to reorient itself. Either that or it's just angry, I don't know, we don't have the sounds. But I had realized when doing this, there is a glow in front of the eye. And I had realized that there are different glows in front of the eyes that correlate to the four different personality spheres from Portal 1. Red, blue, yellow, and purple. I can't actually pick it up right now, there we go. So I had realized that and thought, you know what, if that's happening, then that is indicative that there's something going on with the model here, something that we don't have. Now, this is a fix by a member of the community who had basically just ported the model into the Portal 2 base of the source engine. They hadn't really done any changes to it. But I realized, wait a minute, it's not just that model. It's that model plus all the different textures. And with a little bit of editing with the source skin editor, it's a free program to download, I was able to come up with this. And it works just about as you would expect. There is one thing that's incorrect, and from what I can tell, it's incorrect because of something the developers did, not because of me. So when I pick it up here, the eye goes red, but the light in front of it goes purple, which would imply that it's supposed to turn to the morality sphere when you pick it up, not the anger sphere. But I would assume that the reason why it's choosing the wrong skin is just arbitrary. Somebody had put the wrong number in for the code. Yes. So, this was my discovery. I will leave a download to an updated fix in the description below. So, if you want to download this fixed version yourself, go ahead. There is more to this model that needs to be repaired, or more to the NPC that needs to be repaired. So if I put him down and turn no target back off, and see if he can actually locate me again, you'll see that the laser appears up until he's firing directly at me. That's when the laser disappears. But you can see that does leave the burns. In the screenshot we have, the laser is directly fixed on Chell, but it still appears. Which is indicative to me that it's not gone, it's just that the game is calling for a laser that doesn't exist in the files. So my next step for this process is to find what that laser was and try to re-import it so that works. After that, there are, and let me open up the console just to show you, there are a whole lot of sounds that the hover turret users, something like 20 maybe. I would have to go back and check the exact number. And they're very strange, arbitrary sounds, like with weird names, like plant001.wav or unplant 004.wav or heal item 5 or something. They're weird, arbitrary names. And what I believe with that is that they're not just random names, they're names from files from other Valve games. So I'm going to look through some different Valve games and see if I can find what those sounds actually are, if I can implement in the back end. If we can do that, we should be able to get the hover turret almost as functioning as it originally was intended to be. There is one more thing that we probably can't do anything about, and that is the hover turret's cable. Or there's a different word that's used for it, I'm too tired to remember what it is. There is a separate entity for making the hover turret hang from the ceiling. And in the one screenshot we have of these guys that exist, let's just kill them real quick. Goodbye. In the one screenshot we have of the hover turrets, they are hanging from the ceiling off of a cable. And apparently that has its own name, its own class name, but we don't have any information about it. So if we could, like, it would be a long shot to be able to figure out what to write in the FGD. But if it were possible, we could fully get this NPC working again. Just spawn a couple more, show them off, take a look. These guys are red, these guys are yellow, these guys are mad. Looking around, shooting at me now. Yep. It's beautiful stuff, it really is. Getting these things working after all these years. Anyway, with that being said, my name is Wolfclock. Thank you for taking a look at this, if indeed you were, and I will catch you all on the flip side. See you later.